My name is Anga. I just graduated from high school in Yogyakarta, and soon I'll be heading to a university in Bandung. Tomorrow, I plan to leave. Back in Yogyakarta, I lived with my parents. Although I'm an only child, I'm often alone at home since my parents work a lot. Still, this is my first time truly living by myself, and I feel a bit nervous. Can I really handle living independently? Despite my worries, I convinced myself that I could do it, especially after hearing stories from relatives who've also lived on their own. Upon arriving in Bandung, I moved into a modern apartment with excellent facilities, including a pool I could use every weekend. Life felt simple. Even though there was a kitchen in my unit, I preferred ordering food online. It was just more convenient. Everything was going smoothly and I felt comfortable. But that was only at first. It all changed one Thursday night. I remember it was late. Around 8 p.m., I was eagerly waiting for a new episode from my favorite YouTube channel, which specialized in horror stories. After watching, I usually spent time listening to music and browsing YouTube, often leading me down a rabbit hole of mystery and horror content. That night was no different. Everything seemed fine, even though the eerie content made my spine tingle. After watching a video about a famous artist allegedly making a pact with the devil for fame, I began to feel a bit unnerved. Still, I brushed it off and went to bed. I wasn't the type to get scared easily. As I lay there, a sudden pang of hunger hit me. I decided to order my favorite cheeseburger from an online delivery service. I made sure the driver had access to my floor and apartment number. The app confirmed my order, and the driver was set to arrive in 15-20 minutes. As I waited, I continued watching videos, this time about hidden messages and popular songs. The content became increasingly disturbing, especially when it touched on a local band, Payung Teduh. One of their songs supposedly hinted at themes of depression and suicide. I felt a shiver run down my spine. Just then, I got a notification. The driver had arrived. Immediately, I heard a knock at my door. "Hold on," I said, eagerly anticipating my burger. But when I opened the door, there was no one. The hallway was empty. Confused, I checked my phone. Strangely, there was no record of my order. Had it been canceled? I checked the app history. Nothing. There was no trace of my order at all. Feeling a bit frustrated, I dismissed it as a glitch. I no longer felt like eating and decided to try sleeping instead. I turned off my laptop, leaving only the room lights on, then got into bed. I adjusted the AC, pulled the blanket over me, and closed my eyes. My eyes shot open. Who could it be this late? I muttered angrily. Then I heard a woman's voice from the other side of the door. "Anga, open the door." My heart raced. Who could it be? None of my friends had mentioned visiting. And why so late? "Anga, open the door." "Yes, hold on," I replied hesitantly. I walked toward the door and cautiously opened it. No one was there. A cold gust of wind rushed past me. The hallway was dim, empty. I glanced around, hoping to see someone, but it was silent, too silent. I began to feel uneasy, but I tried to shake off the discomfort. As I turned back toward my room, I heard it. Soft, eerie laughter. It wasn't coming from the hallway. No, it was inside my apartment. My blood ran cold. I slowly turned around, my heart pounding in my chest. There, at the edge of my bed, was a woman in white, her back facing me. Her shoulders shook as she giggled softly. Her head bowed as if nodding to some unseen rhythm. I froze. Suddenly, the lights flickered and went out. In the pitch black, her laughter grew louder, more hysterical. My legs felt like jelly. I couldn't move, couldn't scream. When the lights flickered back on, she was gone. Or so I thought. I dared to look in front of me, only to find her face inches away from mine. Her wide eyes stared into mine, and her mouth stretched into an unnerving grin as she laughed again, louder, more maniacally. I was paralyzed, helpless as the room spun around me. I was sure I was going to pass out. Then suddenly the lights came back on. She was gone. I gasped for air, collapsing onto the floor. My body trembled uncontrollably. Even though the woman had vanished, I couldn't shake the feeling that she was still there, watching me. Ever since that night, I've never felt safe again. Even after I moved out of that apartment, the sensation of being watched hasn't left me. To this day, as I write this, I can't help but feel her presence lingering in the shadows, waiting to show herself again.